exploring ancient mysteries into forgotten civilizations. Are you ready to embark on an adventure that will take you through the pages of history and uncover the secrets of a legendary city? El Dorado, the city of gold, has long been shrouded in mystery and intrigue, tempting European explorers to brave harsh terrains and hostile locals in search of its riches. But despite their best efforts, many of these expeditions failed. Yet, recent discoveries suggest that more ancient civilizations may be waiting to be discovered. Are these tales of lost cities just a myth, or do they hold the key to a forgotten past? Let's delve deeper and find out. El Dorado. When the first European explorers set foot on the shores of the New World, their eyes were dazzled by an incredible sight. Gold, it was everywhere, glittering in the sunlight and adorning the homes and clothing of the native peoples. But for the Europeans, gold wasn't just a pretty metal. It was the key to acquiring land and titles back in their homeland. And so, the search for more gold began. As the explorers delved deeper into the unknown, stories of a magnificent city hidden deep in the jungles of South America began to spread like wildfire. This city was known as the Empire of El Dorado, or the Empire of the Golden Man, and it was said to be overflowing with gold and other treasures beyond imagination. One story, in particular, caught the attention of Juan Rodriguez Freire. He was told of a strange ritual that took place in El Dorado. The city king would lock himself up in a cave, cut off from the world, and undergo a series of strange rituals. Then, he would embark on a journey to the Great Lagoon of Guatavita, where he would make offerings and sacrifices to a deity worshipped as their god and lord. During the ceremony, the king was covered in gold dust from head to toe and placed on a raft surrounded by a great heap of gold and emeralds. As the raft reached the center of the water, a banner was raised, signaling for silence. The king then cast the treasures into the lake as offerings, and the ceremony concluded amidst shouts, music, and dance. As you can imagine, such stories of abundant wealth only fueled the desires of the conquistadors who embarked on expeditions to find El Dorado. Hernando Cortés and Francisco Pizarro were among the many who journeyed into the unknown, driven by the allure of untold riches. But the reality of their expeditions often fell below their expectations. Instead of finding cities paved with gold, they encountered fierce resistance from indigenous peoples and the harsh realities of the wilderness. Despite their efforts, El Dorado remained elusive, a mirage on the horizon. However, recent discoveries have shed new light on the legend of El Dorado. In 2011, a BBC documentary revealed evidence of ancient civilizations hidden within the Amazon rainforest. Large glyphs etched into the earth and fertile soils indicated the presence of a thriving society whose existence had long been forgotten. Kumari Kandam. Come along with me on a journey to explore the fascinating story of Kumari Kandam. This ancient landmass, located at the southern tip of India, is said to have been swallowed up by the sea. According to Indian folklore, the Pandyan kings ruled this mystical land for almost 11,000 years. Can you imagine that? The story of Kumari Kandam dates back to the 2nd century AD, when Tamil literature mentioned this land being engulfed by the sea. Later in the 7th century, a commentary on another Tamil text listed all the kings who ruled Kumari Kandam. This land was known for its big gatherings called sangams, where scholars and poets met to celebrate Tamil culture and language. The first sangam was said to have happened around 9000 BC and lasted for over 4,000 years. But during this time, part of Kumari Kandam sank into the sea, leaving its people to move north as the sea slowly covered their land. By the time the land was all gone, the Pandyan kings had moved into India and set up the Tamil culture that is still thriving today. Some clues suggest that Kumari Kandam might have been confirmed, including the languages spoken in southern India, Africa, Australia, and other islands that sound much like Tamil. Also, a Greek explorer named Megasthenes in the 4th century BC said that Sri Lanka was very close to India, which coincides with the time when Kumari Kandam was supposed to have been sinking into the sea. In the 1800s, scholars delved deeper into the legendary city of Kumari Kandam. They believed that an enormous landmass once connected Madagascar, India, and Africa because of the similarities in plants and animals. They called this land Lemuria. Tamil nationalists also liked the idea of Lemuria because it matched their story of Kumari Kandam, so they claimed it was proof that their ancient homeland existed. However, later on, scientists discovered plate tectonics, which is how the Earth's outer shell moves around. They believe Madagascar, India, and Africa were all connected at one point, but then they drifted apart. Some scientists even questioned if the old stories used to prove Kumari Kandam existed were true. But even with all this doubt, many people still believe that the legendary city of Kumari Kandam was real. Shambhala. Have you ever heard of Shambhala, the legendary kingdom near Tibet? It's a magical place where people live in harmony and never age because they've discovered the secret to immortality. Shambhala is said to be accessible only to spiritually enlightened individuals, particularly those who follow Buddhism. Some people believe that Shambhala is just a figment of imagination, a tale meant to inspire those who seek enlightenment. But others are convinced that it's a real place. For centuries, explorers and spiritual seekers have embarked on expeditions to find Shambhala, pointing to ancient Tibetan texts that place the kingdom in northern India, or stories from Mongolia that suggest Shambhala is in Siberia. Legend has it that a hidden Buddhist temple in the Himalayas leads to Shambhala. Some even speculate that it's not on the Earth's surface but deep underground, at the planet's core. Some Westerners previously referred to Shambhala as Agartha, believing it to be a whole other world beneath the Earth's surface. Famous Navy officer Admiral Richard Byrd claimed to have reached Agartha by finding a way into the Earth's core at the North Pole. He described a world entire of waterways, plants, and highly advanced civilizations. Another explorer, Ferdinand Ossendowski, heard tales of an underground kingdom during his travels in Asia and wrote about it in his book. In the 1920s, Russian artist Nicholas Roerich led expeditions to Asia to find Shambhala. His trips yielded stories strikingly similar to the ancient accounts of Shambhala's existence. Roerich even witnessed something unusual in the sky, a golden ball that he believed was a sign from the kingdom. To some Buddhist monks, Shambhala isn't a myth, but a tangible place that can be physically and spiritually accessed. They believe it's a sacred land only those with good karma can reach. According to the 14th Dalai Lama, Shambhala is a place that cannot be pinpointed on a map, but exists as a pure and perfect realm. For many, Shambhala is more than a dream. It's a beacon of hope for a better world. Some predict that Shambhala will aid us when the world is in crisis. The date of its arrival is anyone's guess, with some predicting it in 2424 or even as early as 2029. Hyperborea. Have you ever heard of Hyperborea? It's a fascinating mythical kingdom that has captured people's imaginations for centuries. According to the ancient Greek historian Herodotus, Hyperborea was a wealthy land that traded goods from Europe to Delos. The people there were said to be blessed. They didn't get sick or grow old. They lived free from the troubles of wars or aging. But that's not all. They were also super bright, with some even believing they built the famous Temple of Apollo in Delphi. One surviving account of Hyperborea comes from Diodorus Siculus, who wrote down the words of Hecataeus of Abdera. Hecataeus described an island beyond where the Celts lived, where it was always sunny and the land was suitable for growing crops. The Hyperboreans lived there, worshipping Apollo in their particular temple, which was round like a ball. Although some people think Hecataeus might have been talking about Stonehenge in Britain, other stories suggest Hyperborea was in the Arctic Circle, where the sun shines all year. Some believe that it could have been in Scandinavia, where stories about Hercules chasing a deer exist. Others think it might have been in Siberia, where ancient civilizations have been discovered. Interestingly, Hyperborea was not just a place, but also an island. Stories about it are found in old texts from Ireland and Babylon. Irish stories talk about people sailing to mysterious northern islands and bringing back wisdom, while Babylonian writings mention wise men living in the north. Indian texts even talk about a great civilization hidden there. If it was real, what happened to Hyperborea is still a mystery. Some believe that its people moved south and helped start Celtic cultures. Others think that its legends live on in stories from different cultures. Regardless, the story of Hyperborea continues to intrigue and fascinate us to this day. Atlantis. Are you ready to delve into the mysteries of a lost civilization? Join me on a journey to ancient tales of Atlantis, the stories of this grand realm will captivate your imagination, transporting you to a magnificent land that emerged from the depths of the Atlantic Ocean. Atlantis was once a symbol of civilization amidst the waves, more significant than the vast lands of Libya and Asia combined, and a doorway to realms beyond imagination. From its shores, the Atlanteans ruled with wisdom and grace, their influence stretching far and wide across the land and beyond. But hidden within the veil of time, Atlantis met its tragic end. A catastrophic event said to have occurred thousands of years ago plunged the island into darkness and despair. Some say it was a comet streaking across the sky, its fiery descent signaling the island's downfall. Others whisper of advanced technology, a glimmer of hope amidst the darkness, and wonder if Atlantis' demise was not just a story of nature's wrath, but of a civilization's pride. As the waters receded and the world began anew, echoes of Atlantis' legacy reverberated across distant lands. Tales of a lost paradise took root in the hearts of humanity, from the jungles of Central America to the plains of Mesopotamia. Plato's words vividly depict Atlantis' location, beyond the Straits of Gibraltar, between Europe and a far-off continent, perhaps the Americas. It's a tantalizing puzzle waiting to be solved by those brave enough to seek its truth. And who knows, maybe Atlantis still lies hidden, awaiting discovery beneath the ocean's depths. Are you ready to delve into the depths of history and uncover the enigma of Atlantis? The quest for truth continues. Your insights could be the key to unlocking its mysteries. Share your thoughts, theories, and questions in the comments below. And remember to like, comment, and subscribe for more captivating explorations into lost civilizations and ancient wonders. Together, we'll embark on an unforgettable journey through the annals of time. Join us, and let's uncover the secrets of Atlantis together.